Hey guys, so today we're going to be working on old Craftsman lawnmower. It's got all kinds of issues, but the main issue is a broken throttle cable. You see that? So we are going to attempt to fix it for $3 because it's Val. Just try to make it fair. But first, it's really nice overcast outside. I'm gonna go fishing real quick. Be right back. Okay, now back to the mower. So there's a blockage in this cable housing, probably about right in here. Probably from when the wire rusted. Just left a chunk of cut in there, and I tried to WD-40 and blow it out, but it's pretty solid, so I'm just gonna remove that portion of the cable and then I'll fix it some other way. So I'm gonna run my cable through here, mark where it stops, run my cable through here, mark where it stops, and remove that section. Let's give it a shot. Alright, so I'm gonna run my cable in here, feed it in until it stops, right about there as far as it wants to go, pull it out and measure, and it's stopping right about there. And then if I come up here and run my cable down there, see how far it'll go. It should stop about the same spot, I think. So that's about right there. Hope so. Yep, same spot. So we got a little chunk of cut in here, so I'm just going to cut it right there, and then I'll repair the cover. But a little bit of open space right there won't hurt. We'll heat shrink it or something like that. Let's figure it out. There's your problem. Okay, so now that we've got our blockage removed, probably ended up having to remove about 3 inches, and we've got our new cable through. We got to figure out how we're going to put these back together. What I figure is I'm going to use this old piece of fuel line and slide it over, then run our cable. Once we have all that buttoned up, I'll slide this over the gap and probably use some self-adhesive tape to wrap it up, and that should seal that up quite nicely. So let's make that happen. Alright, we got our 1/16 braided wire run through the sleeve. We've got our fuel line covering up our gap. We'll seal that all up later once we know if this works or not. And then we've got our wire coming up out of the top of the sleeve, and we have to connect it to this little connecting end off the old cable. Same thing here. So what I was hoping to use to do that are these little ferrule and stop kit. I don't think I'll need the stops, but we're just going to run those through both ends of the line and smash them down, and hopefully they hold. If not, we'll break out the solder. Let's see. Alright, we got our 1/16 line run through. It's through our crimping sleeve, connected to the old cable connector. Run all the way through, and then I use some clear fuel line. It's actually very rigid. This has to be rigid in order for the whole thing to work. You see it running through there, and then coming out here the top through another sleeve connector, our old line connector here. We're going to crimp those together, and then the whole thing should work. I'm not going to trim any of this until I decided exactly what my length should be. So let's try it. Alright, so we got our cables all trimmed up, our sleeves are snug. Our old rigid fuel line is glued in really well. We're going to work on that a little bit more. I'm probably going to tape this up to make it really tight, because these two bits of cable have to stay the same distance. They can't move around. And then we come up here and we're all trimmed up and locked into place. Let's see if it works. Boom. Yeah. All right. None too sooner, because the boy just cannot wait to get to mowing the lawn. All right, so we got that all buttoned up. I went ahead and put some hose clamps on there just for good measure. Yeah, let's see if it fires up. Well, that worked. $3. Now, just gotta wait for a proper cable to come from Amazon, and we'll fix it for real. That'll do. Alright guys, so to my teenager's dismay, the lawnmower fix totally worked. But of course, I want to do it right, so I went ahead and ordered the proper control cable kit from Fix My Toys off of Amazon. It was 26 bucks. Comes with instructions. You see there, it's Craftsman 5873266601 Lawnmower Control Cable Kit. There were cheaper ones, but I like this company and it was prime. Came pretty quick. So let's see if it will install pretty quick. Let's do it right this time. Alright, so I'm not too worried about breaking this stuff because obviously I'm not going to be reusing it. And we just pull that out. Get all this undone. So to release this little bit, we're just gonna pinch on there, pop it through, lift up and out. And that bit's removed. Now I gotta get rid of this guy. And so that's a part of the housing. Let's see, so that whole bit comes with this kit. So we're just gonna pull that screw right there.
It's alive.
That's a 10-year-old machine. Acting like it's brand new. Briggs and Stratton. So if you look at the model number, anything that starts in 917 is actually made by Husqvarna. So that's something to note when you're looking for parts for these things. So while it was fun to do a little bit of Cajun engineering and get the lawn mowed real quick, it's always great to do it with the right part. All right, next, maybe we'll turn it into a riding mower. I'm taking this thing to Mexico. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Like, share, and subscribe. Please and thank you.
Good job. Make sure you bring it back with a full tank.
Okay.